I'm just sharing this, okay, because this is just fucking, it's crazy. Sorry for swearing, but you know what? I'm witnessing the fucking of our planet, okay? So, you know, I'm just fucked off and sick to death of it. This is a crime. You're witnessing a crime here. You're witnessing arson committed by the tyrants, treasonists who are running your country, America. Okay? This is treason. This is tyranny. That is what this is. Look, how have these fires spread? The trees are alright. Are the trees on fire? No. What's on fire? The houses. Okay? Each plot is on fire, isn't it? Okay? Look, there's the trees, each house is on fire. There you go, there you go. Look at your energy weapons and your weather manipulation. I've seen the blooming reports, okay, of, I've seen the sky. Look, how these cars are going along these roads. And so where has this fire, how has that fire spread? How have they spread? The trees are alright. How have they spread? What is the fuck going on here, people? What you are witnessing is energy weapons and weather manipulation. Go and have a look at the satellite images that are being shown. People are sharing them on YouTube. I'll leave you some links under this video. Check them all out for yourself. Understand reality. Okay, they are using weather manipulation to stop rain going into California, to keep it dry, and they're using energy weapons to destroy people's homes. Now, I would like to know, okay, where all the people are that lived in these houses. I would like every single one of them accounted for. So I want to know who lived in this house, who lived in that house, that house, that house, all these places, who lived in them, because I want a count. I want a count. Are they just murdering people in their homes? What is going on here? What is going on? This is a corporate terrorist attack against California, because California's been very naughty, haven't they? They've legalised cannabis. They're one of the wealthiest economies in the States. They're actually even thinking about separating themselves from the rest of the United States. Oh, suddenly, they're being attacked by fires. It's corporate warfare. This is corporate warfare. Forget your political differences, okay? Because this is happening on Donald Trump's watch, Trump supporters. This is happening on his watch. What the fuck is he doing about it? Have any of you written to him about it? Is he going to do anything about it? No, he fucking isn't. Because he's only there for one fucking thing, and that's to line the pockets of the rich and rob from the poor. Because apparently that's what Christian people do. That's what Jesus taught us to do, isn't it? Is to rob the poor to give to the rich, innit? And believe you me, I'm no fucking Clinton supporter either. They're all fucking criminals. Lock her up, I say. And fucking Trump as well. Lock them all up. Fucking for the tyrants and treasonists and sex offenders and child abusers that they fucking well are. And don't forget, you know, they've got Agenda 21, haven't they? You know, this is fucking land clearance. As I say, this is a terrorist attack. That is what this is. It's a terrorist attack. That is what it is. You're looking at a terrorist attack done by energy weapons. Energy weapons.
We're all going to drop at the end and then just...
That is what it is done by. Sorry about the voice in the background. I just had to pause it because he is severely disabled. I'm a full-time carer, and the person I care for, you know, is a very, very close friend, and he needed caring for. His carer suddenly got very ill, so but unfortunately, because he's mostly bedridden and he's actually got a broken hand at the moment, he does game. It's his social, that's the way he socialises, because he can't get out anywhere right now, so he's gaming. So on some of my videos you can hear him in the background, you know, doing his gaming. So, you know, I apologise for that, but that's life, isn't it? You know, we're real people. We're real people here. I'm talking to real people. I'm not talking to you as a Trump supporter or a Democrat supporter. You know, to me, they're just barriers. They're just fucking barriers. So if I say something against Trump, it's not because I'm attacking you personally as a Trump supporter. Okay, you are not Trump. Okay, in my mind, you're not Trump. You're a human being who's got rights. And no matter how much you love that twat, okay, no matter how much you've been brainwashed into that, I respect you as an individual human being, and I understand that that twat is a danger to you. No matter how much you love him, you know, it's battered wife syndrome as far as I'm concerned. No matter how much you love the Clintons, you're a battered wife. You're suffering from Stockholm syndrome, because you can't see any other way. You know, your consciousness just can't see any other way. And so I'm trying to give your consciousness another way, so that your mind can be liberated first on a subconscious level. Because, you know, I've had to survive 17 years child abuse. I've had to go through self-development. And, sorry, interruption there. So, you know, that is what we're dealing with, is an energy weapon. This is a terrorist attack. So forget your Muslims, okay, all this crap about, oh, Muslims, they're coming, taking over America with the Sharia law. Like, it's total garbage. Okay, most of the Muslims that are in America because they don't want to live by these extremist, anti-Islamic rules, okay? Because Sharia law was not the creation of Islam. Get that into your thick heads, everybody, whether you're a Muslim, Christian, Jew or an atheist. Get it into your heads that Sharia law is not the creation of Islam. Read your Bible. Doesn't Jesus talk about a woman who was being stoned to death for adultery? And how he stepped in and suddenly everybody dropped the stones when he said to them, as ye judge, so shall ye be judged. And they all suddenly dropped their stones. Because they were all fucking adulterers. They were all adulterers and they knew it. Because at the time of Jesus, Israel, Palestine had fallen under Roman occupation. And everybody that was colluding with the occupation was equivalent to an adulteress in the eyes of God. And everybody that worked for them was judged a whore in the eyes of God. That's the truth of it. And you're still voting in your whores and your adulteress and your adulterers. And this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They're destroying people's homes. They're lying to you. Oh, it's wildfires. Oh, it's climate change. Funny fucking kind of climate change, this, innit? Just targets people's homes. Climate change controlled by what? Fucking Raytheon and Lockheed Martin. Oh, sorry, you've had to hear my swear words. Okay, I fucking had to watch this and be listened to a pack of lies, and you dare to judge me for swearing? Fuck off, is what I've got to say to you. Anybody who dares to judge me for my language that I'm using, I have to watch this fucking shit. I've had to survive 17 years being abused, and even my abusers, not one of them fucking arrested, even though they were all reported to the police. Okay, I've had to work on a case which 2 children have been denied justice. Hundreds of trafficked babies being fucking eaten in central London by professionals and people in authority, police officers and fucking social workers. And you expect me, oh, I'm so bad for swearing. Oh, well, maybe I should get so crazy I go and strap a bomb around me and blow myself up somewhere. At least I won't have used any bad language, will I? So, you know, while people are ignoring this, then Oh, what is the solution? What is the solution for the world now? This fucking Bitcoin. Okay? Bitcoin. And, you know, listen to what's here. Because I fucking researched this. And I researched this, what, 7 years ago? 6, 7 years ago? I was asked. Somebody asked me to look into it. And, you know, when I look into stuff, I do my research, okay? So, what I'm telling you now, these are the facts. Don't listen to the twats telling you that, oh, you know, you buy a few Bitcoin, you buy a Bitcoin now for £800. Tomorrow, it's going to be worth $100,000. Okay? Listen. Several years ago, I was asked to look into Bitcoin. What I discovered disgusted me, and to this day I feel it is akin to genetic cannibalism. Bitcoin's creation of an elusive Japanese character, whose name presently escapes my memory, are created via solving logarithms to unlock the human genome. Such is the immensity of the task, due to the incredible amount of variables and sheer volume of work, the work is basically put out to tender. The public's computer power is used collectively to mine coins, equals solve logarithms, equals unlock the human genome secrets. A Bitcoin is the reward for each part, get that, of a logarithm solved. That is why each new Bitcoin's ID number gets longer and longer and longer over time, and storage space becomes a problem. Because, you know, you get your number, that's your part of the logarithm that you've solved, that constitutes your reward of a fucking Bitcoin. That's just part of the logarithm. Over time, each new Bitcoin generated creates longer and longer and longer logarithms, to the point where, you know, you're going to need a whole bloody computer drive to store a half of a Bitcoin. Understand this. Fucking understand it. There is a predetermined limit on how many Bitcoins can be produced. And as time progresses, it will become more and more difficult to solve the logarithms. In total, there will be 21 million Bitcoins, and the last one is estimated to be produced in 2045. 21 million! Okay, so you imagine, because apparently, according to the likes of Max Kaiser, Skull and Bones Man, okay, according to him, you know, Bitcoin's a new revolutionary thing, and it's going to liberate us all from the bankers and their fiat money system. So what, 21 million coins for what, the whole of the global public? Yeah. Whether or not Bitcoin's creator included rapid advances in computer power in his predicted timescale is really irrelevant, because basically Bitcoin operates on the same principles as gold, i.e. it's rare and actually quite useless to the common citizen, save for what it may buy as a currency. I very quickly realised that should Bitcoin ever replace present fiat money, the resulting social and economic imbalances would be far more severe than those afflicted by the falsely inflated value of gold. People would be working for a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction ... Repeat that 1,000 times of a Bitcoin. Being a cryptocurrency, it would be necessary for each person to be chipped with their fractional Bitcoin value, reading as credits. Because, you know, how are you going to spend a fraction of 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 a Bitcoin, unless it's translated into credits? So one fraction of your fraction of your fraction of your fraction will be one credit. So it's half a credit for a loaf of bread. Being a cryptocurrency, it would be necessary for each person to be chipped with their fractional Bitcoin value reading as credits. Indeed, people will be convinced via random organised hacking, which is already happening now, for the purpose of Bitcoin theft, that the only safest place to store your credits is in a Bitcoin bank, which will charge for its services. Ha! See? Because you're not going to be able to store your bitcoins on your own computer, your fractions of your fractions of your fractions. You are going to need a bank to store them in, aren't you? Unless you're prepared. Are you going to be able to pay for all the stuff you're going to need to protect your bitcoin? Indeed, people will be convinced by random hacking that, yeah, the only place is in a bank. One's personal chip will be linked directly to the Bitcoin bank. And then, what will the psycho-sado-fascist global criminal cabal be doing with their fully unlocked human genome? What would they be doing with it? These fuckers who've already got the money. So, you know, the billionaires, they're going to be right on the scheme, aren't they? Right from the beginning. Because they've got all the money to go and buy these bitcoins and the wherewithal. Have you, the common person? Come on, tell me. You want to go and buy yourself a bitcoin. How are you going to do it? How are you going to keep it on your computer? I don't trust them. Bitcoin equals genetic cannibalism. Only because the people controlling it and its logarithms are all usurers who have no compassion. They are quite stupid, unintelligent, because it takes true intelligence to know and be compassion, to empathise, to think beyond one's own selfish wants, and even forgo one's own needs for the sake of others. That is the truth of it, isn't it? To be compassionate, you've got to be intelligent. You've got to be intelligent enough to be able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Even another creature. Okay? That's intelligence. That's why we don't live by instinct. Imagine, we're returned to the Garden of Eden. The fruit of the tree of knowledge shines bright and succulent, except the Lord Lady of the universe has warned us that if we eat of its fruit, we will surely die. Oh, but you won't, claim the foolish and greedy who seek the power to be like God, and only because they are nothing like God, and they will employ their knowledge to inflict harm and suffering, and ultimately doom to destroy even themselves. Because you see, the consciousness operating in this world right now, they only know a fraction of reality. They don't realise that you're going to be coming back time and time and time and time again. You're going to come back to the shit you left behind, and you're not investing in the next life. You're selling your next life. You're fucking just what? Giving it away, basically, because you want a big plate of food now, but in the future all your plates of food are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. You're selling your humanity. Do you understand? The key to wisdom is in trusting our best friend, our naturally intelligent universal creator. We trust her guidance, and we dare ask a question. So, you know, the fools, the so-called serpent, has come and told us that, no, you know, you won't die. You'll be like God if you eat the tree of knowledge. God's actually a liar. Just doesn't want you to become like God. Okay? So, you know, we forget the fact that this person who these strangers are telling us, these fools are telling us, is a liar. This person who's given us everything we could ever need in life, we'll ignore that, because actually we want to be like God. We want to take that power for ourselves, and then we can tell God to fuck off and do what we like, can't we? You know, like go setting fires everywhere and building nuclear bombs. So we trust and we ask a question. We go, instead of just getting that through and taking a big bite out of it, instead, you know, we think, well, actually, yeah, our best friend, the person that we trust most in our lives, who's given us everything and has only ever looked after us and cared about us, we're going to go and talk to him about it first. We're going to talk to the Lord about it. Okay? Why will we die if we eat of the tree of knowledge, the fruit of the knowledge of good and bad? And our Creator smiles upon us and explains, well, now you've proved your intelligence by showing loyalty and trust for myself as your best friend and beloved. Now you are intelligent enough to ask questions before you step forth into unknown territory. Now you are afraid to break the law in your compassion for life and in fear of death. Now you have understood that fools will lie to satisfy their desires. Now you may eat of the fruit, and no harm shall befall you. Now you are intelligent enough to handle knowledge without being harmed by it. Because you're a law-abiding person. You've got compassion. So no matter what knowledge, what you learn about, you're never going to exploit that knowledge to hurt people. And ultimately, yourself. Because that is, it all comes round. Like I say, ultimately you're just hurting yourself by hurting other people. And, you know, both innocent and guilty suffer alike in that hurt. That's the sad fact of it. But you see, people who haven't got that level of intelligence that they're able to share and show compassion, you know, they cannot be trusted with knowledge. They will only ever use it to harm themselves and others. And that's the sad thing is, because in the process of harming themselves, they will harm others as well. Innocent people. That is what is so dangerous about them. Bitcoin epitomises that ancient dilemma of do we or don't we. I say, let's get loyal to intelligence and the truth that Jesus knew. The truth of a paradise on earth that we can build. New bottles are needed for the wine from the fruit of the tree of knowledge. That knowledge is for a future generation, raised under the beneficence of universal law of abundance in compassion. A generation grown in security, acceptance and unconditional positive regard on the foundation of the unconditional love that is the ultimate gift of universal law. We shall raise those generations, knowing what we're about, knowing the true needs of every child, and with law and compassion, respect and dignity, the psycho-sado disease will be eradicated from human thought, and then humanity is safe to open Pandora's box and actually benefit from it. Right now, our planet is at risk, and also her human man-child. Man-child is both male and female, okay? Man, to be like us, both male and female. Man, okay? Male and female. She did not create nor command this world and all its little shops of horrors. He did not create humanity to suffer in slavery. Did he not give humanity free will? Yes, but our will is not free, because universal law is ignored by criminals in high and low places. They live by their own law of might equals right to do as thy will. Rapist law, that's what it is. There's no escape from it. Might equals right to do as thy will is a rapist law, because every man is mightier than a female, isn't he? You fucking twats. Bitcoin perhaps represents the ultimate rape of life. Check out their artificial womb. And I've shared this in another video. I'll leave the link to it under here. And yes, it is also beneficial in so many ways. But can we forget, this is a world controlled by pedo-sadists and usurers who would kill their own grandmother for a fraction of a Bitcoin? Seriously, we all need to get real. And seriously you do. Because the very richest people, as I've said before, Ronald Bernard has informed us, so many people, we know that they're Luciferians and they kill children. Okay, they drink blood. That's what they fucking do. And these are the richest people on earth, who are the most sadistic, psychopathic fuckers you could ever meet. You couldn't even imagine the levels of horror that these people will sink to satisfy their depraved desires. And what we're going to give them access to this. The corporation is going to be able to what? Open up its little factory and grow its own fucking workforce. Are you fucked in the fucking head, humanity? Yes, actually you are. Because you're being fucked. You're being fucked by the man and his dick. Might equals right to do as thy will. His will is mostly controlled by what his dick fucking wants. If he wants to grab a woman in the pussy and force himself on her, rape her, well, he fucking well will, won't he? And he's got a right to do it, because that's his Luciferian law, isn't it? So, you know, this needs to be fucking seriously regulated. We are talking about an existential threat here. We're talking about a threat that now we do need to ask ourselves what does make a human being. It's because a human being isn't just a body, is it? It's not just a physical body for somebody else to control and dictate to and say, right, you're going to work for a fraction of 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 a fucking Bitcoin. Where is your head at, humanity? Where is it at? And, you know, as I say, what is Trump doing about this? What the fuck is he doing about it? What is anybody doing about it? And, you know, Young Turks, right? And all you alternative medias, Democracy Now!, the fucking lot of you, and Truth Dig, okay? Until you start talking about this, do not call yourselves alternative news providers, okay? Fuck off with your fucking twat shill rubbish. Because any news media that is not asking questions about this, you're a fucking, what are you? You might as well just be one of the Luciferian devil worshippers, because you're telling a pack of lies. This isn't fucking climate change. Climate change? Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. And as I say again, sorry all you people out there who are insulted by my bad language. Ooh, terrible, abusive language. Fuck off. Because my brain should not have to. My brain and heart is being abused by what I'm having to witness in this world today and what I've had to experience in my life. This is abuse, right? And I will tell abuse to fuck off, and I'll tell the abusers to fuck off, and I will tell all the people that ignore the abuse and the abusers to fuck off, and I will call everybody that supports them fuckers.